What's up, intro watchers? Intro maker here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm in a very good mood. In a better mood than usual, because your boy found both ends. I am so fucking glad about that. We were stuck with one end for like the past 3 weeks. That has absolutely sucked. So I'm glad to have both of them back now, so I can actually hear things way better. Not only when I'm gaming, but also now when I'm watching these videos. But I'm gonna say a few things real quick, because this video is kind of short. Well, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I want to say a few things that might be very interesting to the future of the channel, or another channel. Hey, that might be exciting. But if you don't know, a while back, in a galaxy far, far away from when the majority of my content was very cringe. Now, you could debate that my content's still very cringe. But when it was even cringier, only Meme Mondays, only Q&As, and only Minecraft. That was it for a good while. No original ideas. Now, if you compare that to now, I think I've done a pretty damn good job. We got Meme Mondays, so you guys can, of course, get the memes, and get good laughs. A reaction video pretty much every Wednesday, I think, is kind of like the pattern we've kind of followed. And then, of course, Saturday being the best upload, whether it's a reaction or whatever. If I consider a reaction to be better than whatever else, then that's what it is. But Saturday uploads have been highly recognized for being like the best of them, because I put the most time into Saturday uploads because I'm expecting to premiere them. They're usually pretty original ideas, I think, in my opinion. But if you haven't noticed, Wednesday uploads are usually reactions, and that's what I kind of want to talk about. Now, a while back, like I said, I planned on making a second channel that was going to be a gaming channel. Since then, I figured out that my PC is the utmost biggest turd that you could shit out of your ass ever, and cup it with diarrhea as well, and just make a fucking souffle. What I'm trying to say is that my PC shits, so I can't really play too many games in the first place, let alone have the profit to be buying a fuck ton of new games that come out to make a channel worth that. But I do like to react to stuff. I think I react to stuff quite often. So I've been debating lately, and if you're still here, 3-minute intro says something. You know what? Put in the comments below whether you would be interested in another channel of majority reactions. I feel like that would be a fun video. I think I give a pretty good reaction to stuff. And overall, it would allow me to upload more on that. I could just record like 6 videos easily. I could probably upload daily reactions on that. It's easy, because like reaction videos take like 20 minutes at most, and they're not hard. So I mean, I wouldn't even barely have to edit it. So I've been debating doing that, and then having Wednesdays no longer be like reaction videos on this channel, and maybe being something else. I haven't really decided. Maybe it'll be 2 original ideas. That's crazy. Wednesday and Saturday both being original, or it'll just be another series. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet, but I think that sounded like a pretty cool idea, so I thought I would kind of pitch it to you guys. It's up to you. I don't really know. I'm still debating it. It's still in the woodwork, because I would want to do it. I react to a fuck ton of stuff, so it seemed interesting. But let's stop doing this intro stuff, and let's finally hop into today's video, which is real prison escapes caught on camera. And we have Vin Diesel on our screen, so we already know this is going to be an epic video. It's only 8 minutes long, and I'm very excited to look at it. And as usual, you already know the drill. The original video is, of course, in the description below. Okay, now let's watch this, boys. Put in both headphones, which is epic, and let's listen to this.
Trying to escape prisons ever since their inception. Criminals have been trying to escape prisons ever since their inception. In most cases, prison breaks fail, but this isn't always the case. Escapes don't only happen in the movies, as they actually happen much more often than you'd like to think in the real world. It's human nature to seek freedom, and it's going to be very clear the lengths some people will take to relish that sweet taste of fresh air. Luckily for us, those fail, but those very few truly committed criminals who are willing to risk it for the biscuit sometimes succeed spectacularly. Ready to meet the guys that escaped and lived to tell the tale? Let's get it on.
Yes, please.
Under the radar. Sometimes you just have to
Hold up. before we get into this, what's the chances we get a prison escape from someone climbing through a shitter? I'm gonna bet like, I'll bet something, you know. Let's just see if I'm right, okay? Stop trying to steal my V-Bucks. Alright, let's see if someone climbs through a shitter. That's my prediction.
No pre-planning, thought process, or careful consideration. If you see an opening, you take it. 2 inmates were on garage duty outside the high fences of the prison. All it took was a fleeting glance towards each other, a little nod, and they were off. They bolted out of the prison grounds as fast as they could, leaving the supervising guard staring after them in disbelief as he called in the escape on his radio.
He's just walking like it's nothing.
To go their separate ways, every man for himself. They were apprehended a few days later in a nearby barn and apartment complex. How these guys flew under the radar and convinced the guards to let them outside without restraints is anyone's guess.
I believe it though.
Some criminals would move heaven and earth in order to be free from the prison walls. Others would just simply move part of the wall. These 2 inmates removed a couple of...
Real quick, I want to say anything. I know I said I would stop doing so much pauses in these videos, but it's so hard not to, because they're just interesting, man. But real quick, fun fact, not really a fun fact, but if you think about it, like, prisoners are let outside all of the time. Like, my father is in prison, and obviously well, nowadays he's not because of COVID and stuff. They're not really allowed to leave. But he's in like a camp prison, so I mean, they're let out all the time there. So I guess it makes sense. It really does. From a person that has a relative in it, it makes sense to me of how they were let outside. All right.
Cinder blocks and squeezed through the openings before throwing a blanket over a 25-foot high razor wire fence and fleeing into the woods. The holes in the wall were covered by posters, and they even made dummies out of pillows and blankets in their beds to buy them valuable time. After all that work, they were caught when a local resident saw tracks in the mud at a nearby creek and alerted the authorities. If you're thinking of breaking out of jail, it'd probably be best if you didn't follow in the footsteps of these crooks.
And threw a blanket over the razor wire before running across the roof to a temporary freedom.
Think fast.
Oh, so they got caught really fast.
When at first you don't succeed, try and try again. After a few failed attempts over the course of the day, this jailbird decided to bide his time and wait for his moment. When one presented itself, he had to think fast and act. As the police moved away from the patrol car to process his transfer, this guy saw an opening as the garage door was closing. He sprinted out of the tiny opening with the best display of speed limbo you've ever seen in your life.
That is some
as the roller
damn
door closed behind him, it took the cops valuable minutes to get outside, and by this stage, he was long gone. He covered so much ground that not even a 2-hour sniffer dog search could find him. He was arrested the next day, and you could say his luck had run out.
I want to see if any of them get away with it, for real, like, they don't get caught again. But that is pretty damn
controlled. When you're not a criminal mastermind, you have to play to your strengths. Being a silver-tongued Casanova has its perks, especially if the guard making eyes at you just happens to be holding the keys to the only barrier between you and freedom. These guys calmly opened the gate and casually strolled out of the jail with no urgency without a care in the world. There aren't many scenarios where a prison guard and an escaped con can live happily ever
you're
after.
built different.
She's seen running her hands through her hair and looking totally stressed out, rethinking her life choices. The following day, she's arrested, and the 3 guys on the run are apprehended 5 days later after a tense siege with police. Stick to what you're good at, guys. Breaking hearts, not breaking out of jail.
Damn, yeah, they just walked out.
Captured the men dressed in all white, casually walking away.
Van hit and run.
That's an L.
If something's too good to be true, it generally is. A group of prisoners were being escorted through the garage on their way back to their cells. One is seen lingering, and soon after walks behind a transport van out of sight, with the guards going ahead and not noticing he's missing.
They're smart.
All that's left for him to do is open the door, turn the key that's so conveniently sitting in the ignition, and start the van. It's like the stars have aligned in the...
I can't believe that, bro. Like, how did the guards not notice him, like walking around? A fucking... Dude, that's a new level of stupidity from the guards. Like, seriously. They need to lose their jobs.
The universe is almost begging him to take his chances for freedom. He floors the van, smashing through the garage door, and is free and clear. Or so he thought. He crashed into some trees nearby and was arrested. Most people steal a car and then get sent to jail, not the other way around.
I can't believe... Yeah! Nice, good job.
Handcuffs.
Wow.
Even dumb criminals get lucky breaks eventually.
How many Mr. Bean and Rock and Dwayne The Rock Johnson references have we had from the movie clips in this so far? I think I think every single one of them have been them. Okay.
At a motel for theft, this woman found her way into a police holding cell. She was left alone with her phone to try to arrange bail money and a life home. She struggles to break free of the cuffs, anchoring her to the wall in between checking text messages. Even though police say the cuffs were on its tightest setting, she was able to wriggle her dainty hands free.
Oh my
She took
God.
the keys off a hook on the wall and used them to open an emergency exit to quietly slip out the back door while no one was watching. She was busted an hour later when she returned to the same hotel where she was arrested that morning, instantly recognized by the staff.
Dude, what an idiot. What an idiot. What an idiot. But then again, I guess if you're a criminal, you're an idiot anyways. But that's a new level of dumb. What
Denmark
the fuck?
is famous for Vikings and Lego bricks, but mass prison escapes? Not so much. 25 years ago, a TV film crew received an anonymous tip about a protest outside of a prison in Copenhagen and went there to document the event. What happened next was a bulldozer slamming into the brick wall of the jail and knocking it down, with prisoners running out of the hole like ants.
Actually, you know what? I've actually heard of this one. I swear I've heard of this one. Like, I swear I've seen this exact clip of that bulldozer hitting that. I swear I've seen that before. I don't know where from. Maybe I was just scrolling through YouTube. It's possible. But I know I've seen this one for sure.
From their nest. They can be seen running down the street laughing and cheering, celebrating their newfound freedom. The film crew were arrested on suspicion of having prior knowledge of the escape and failing to notify police. 13 inmates escaped in total, some with lengthy jail terms for violent crimes and murder, with only 3 ever being
Jesus
caught.
Christ. Only 3, so this one, they actually did. They actually did get, that's crazy. So far, no shitter escapes. I'm surprised. I'm surprised we haven't seen anyone, like, record themselves
Detailed
crawling
instructions.
through a shithole.
Prisons are designed to keep inmates in, not to give them easy ways to get out. After all, the key to success is executing a carefully detailed plan. Typically, you would think that installing air vents large enough for a man to squeeze through close to the floor would be a bad idea in a prison, but this was exactly how this trio gained access into the plumbing shafts behind the wall. They used ropes made out of bed sheets and had a getaway van waiting with fresh clothes and a bottle of Jack Daniels for a celebratory drink. It only took 8 minutes for 3 inmates to complete their complex plan. Ironically, using a cell phone to film their escape from their cell. These guys traded 15 minutes of fame for an extra 15 years.
That's funny. Oh my God, they recorded their entire. That's hilarious.
Behind bars,
That's
daring
fucking
escape.
hilarious,
They say
man.
that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Arrested at school for fighting, this teenager was left alone in an interrogation room for only 10 seconds before he threw caution to the wind and fearlessly jumped out of a 16-foot-high second-story window. He may just have rubber bones, as he got straight back up after surviving the fall and got out of there as fast as his legs could carry him. The cop comes to check on him 14 minutes later.
Actually, real quick though, that's dumb as fuck because like now your jail sentence would be way longer. Fighting in school is like if you do actually get charged, a week probably. Even if you did damage, bad damage. And then escaping, now you're fucked. Now you're fucked. Now you're
you can clearly hear him saying a few choice words when he realizes what's happened. The boy was found 3 hours later at his friend's house. We can safely say that when he turns 21, the only bars he'll be attending will be made of iron.
Yeah. Damn.
Through the window. The mind is a powerful thing. All you have to do is believe in yourself and commit. This inmate had a pretty simple plan. He was being processed in a detention center. One of his buddies would distract the guard while he made his getaway. When he saw an extremely small window, he thought, think thin, over and over in his head before taking a running leap, diving through the window. Once outside, he got into the getaway car his girlfriend was waiting in, and they were off like a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde. 26 days later, they were discovered living in an abandoned house in the next state after an anonymous tip-off. The warden said he's taking...
Dude, you gotta admit, that's next level on the search team to find someone in a whole different state That is pretty next level tracking.
Extra steps and putting locking mechanisms on the window, which should have been a no-brainer in a prison.
Yeah, duh. What the fuck?
Hey, you still there? Well, since you made it this far, here are all the shout-outs we promised everyone.
No. You ain't getting free. No one gets free clout on the Dylan's Brain channel. Alright, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I didn't make it too long. I know the intro was quite long, and you know what? I apologize for that. I had something on my mind, and I wanted to kind of thank you guys, and let you guys know of something I've been highly thinking of lately, and I'm still thinking of it right now. I think it would be pretty fun, because I have like a lot of things I want to react to that I have written on a list for the main channel, but I feel like I'm not going to get to all of them. And I'm not saying like I would stop reactions maybe entirely on the main channel. Maybe I would react to the best things on the main channel, and then the other things that I consider still good but not the best, or maybe they're too long, or maybe they're a little too short, I'll react to on the other channel. So that might be a good idea. And maybe or it will also allow me to do reactions and maybe replace Wednesdays with something else like a series, which I thought would be way cooler, while still allowing me to react to stuff, because I truly love that. I truly love reacting to stuff. But yeah, I'm already stuttering the outro, and we're gonna be running on 20 minutes. I'm gonna have to try to find a way to cut this down to fucking 15. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.